are finally in Malacca. You know that this whole town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site?
Yes, and it also used to be a Dutch colony, a Portuguese colony, British and a Japanese. So many different cultures in one place.
That's Malaysia for you.
Hello from Malacca, Malaysia. Malaysia's oldest city and the only city that has the same name as the state. Now behind me is the St. Paul's Church, which was built in the 16th century. And this is the best place to see the most beautiful view of Malacca. Let's go and see.
The long and colorful history of Malacca started in 1403 when an exiled Hindu prince named Parameswara came over, converted to the local religion, and established the first Sultanate of Malacca. Now, in 1521, when this church, the St. Paul's Church, was being built, Magellan was actually somewhere off the coast of Cebu, discovering this place that would eventually be called the Philippines.
Paul's Church was built by the Portuguese in the 16th century, and way over there is where St. Francis Xavier lay and stayed for 9 months. Now this place is not used as a church anymore. However, once a year, it has a mass to commemorate the feast day of St. Francis Xavier. Now over here is the most beautiful view of Malacca with its Dutch red and white shop houses and the entire Malacca Straits, which you can see, at least a portion of it, from over here. The Malacca Straits are among the busiest straits in the world. About 300 to 350 cargo and container ships pass through these straits every day.
We are on the Menara Taming Sari, named after the sword that we share with the Malaysians. Now this thing rises 110 meters above Malacca, and as you can see, it's the best way to see the town. There you have it! I made it all the way to the top of Menara Taming Sari, 110 meters above Malacca, and I survived. More importantly, my stomach is intact.
One of the most pleasurable aspects of visiting a heritage city is the idea of immersing yourself in the whole old world experience. And here in Malacca, there's really no better place to start than at the beautiful Majestic Hotel, a deluxe boutique property that was once the home of a wealthy Chinese businessman in 1927. Unfortunately, this Chinese businessman lost all his money to gambling after 2 years, and this beautiful home had to be sold. Since then, it's just become a run-down hotel for backpackers until very recently when the YTL Group, a local Malaysian group, bought it and refurbished it. And this is why this afternoon I can enjoy beautiful afternoon tea here, which incidentally the hotel is very famous for, having British and Malaysian goodies. And I'm waiting for a couple of friends. Hello from Malacca, Malaysia. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here and I'm ready for one of my favorite Malaysian desserts.
We are here outside the Hoki Chicken Rice restaurant along Jonker Street, supposedly the best restaurant in Malacca. So that's why we're having an early dinner, so you can go shopping in the night market again.
You read my mind. Hello from Malacca, Malaysia. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here and I'm ready for one of my favorite Malaysian desserts, the chendol, which is basically shaved ice with lots of good stuff on top. Now the best place to have chendol here in Malacca is at the Jonker 88, which is along the famous Jonker Street, which is filled in the daytime with antique stores, souvenir shops, and cute little restaurants. But today I'm here for the chendol, so let's go and take a look. Chendol is basically a lot of shaved ice filled with all kinds of stuff. And here at Jonker 88, they have corn, peanuts, red beans, nutmeg, ground nuts, pineapple, sago, kaong, all kinds of fruits. And of course, the wonderful, deadly, but delicious. And it's called Gulam Malacca. Wow, that's a whole lot of good stuff to be put at the bottom of shaved ice. This is worth coming to Malacca for. I'm with Mr. Low, the third generation owner of the Capital Satay restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly popular. There's a long line all the way to, as far as the eye can see, everyone is waiting to have a couple of sticks of this delicious satay. Mr. Low,
Yeah.
what is the secret of your satay?
It's in
Why
the
is it
sauce.
good?
It's in the sauce. It's a family recipe handed down from generation to generation, and I'm the third generation now. We maintain very high quality, and we always get the fresh seafood, everything fresh. Try to get as fresh as possible. Maintain the highest quality,
For the food.
and don't sell too expensive. Sell cheap.
How long ago did your restaurant start?
Me, it started from my grandfather. My grandfather used to cycle, used to carry one. Second World War. After that, my father used to cycle a tricycle. Me, I'm the third generation. I opened a shop.
This shop.
Yeah, I've been doing this for nearly 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah, since small.
Wow.
Yeah,
I guess that's the secret to success.
yeah,
Doing it a long time
Yeah.
and doing something you love
yeah.
to do.
Try and error, try and error. Yeah,
Trial and error.
yeah. You do it with love.
Doing something you love.
Yeah.
We are here outside the Hoki Chicken Rice restaurant along Jonker Street, supposedly the best restaurant in Malacca if you want to get your chicken rice fix. Now, I don't suppose all these people can be wrong, right? Well, there's only one way to find out. We have to go in and try it. That was definitely worth the wait. That was the tastiest chicken I've ever had, and the rice cooked in chicken broth was even better. If you find yourself along Jonker Street next time you're in Malacca, come to the Hoki Chicken Rice restaurant. This is the best place in town.
Here we are in Jonker Street in Malacca, the most happening place in town. And just a few meters down there is the weekend night market about to start. Meanwhile, this street is just full of all kinds of little restaurants serving the most incredible and interesting cuisine.
So that's why we're having an early dinner, so you can go shopping in the night market again.
You read my mind.
Well, I don't mind. We're here at Bistro 11, which supposedly serves the best Portuguese fare in Malacca.
And look at what we have.
Oh.
Spicy stuff, but you know, they all look good.
I know, and I cannot wait to dig in, shall we?
Let's. I need to go shopping. Jonker Street Night Market, which takes place in the center of the old part of Malacca every Friday night, is a shopper's paradise. There are stalls lining the road full of all kinds of goods, from headbands to clothing to antiques to wooden clogs. Just about everything you need and just about everything you don't need is here. And now it's time for me to go shopping. I'm here in a Nyonya Kebaya shop in Malacca, and this is a Nyonya Kebaya, which is a traditional wear of the Nyonya people. I'm here in one of the wooden clog shops that I've found by accident in Malacca, and I found the most beautifully crafted sandals to wear.
This is the one time I'm gonna get excited to shop. One of the main features of Detaran, Palawan is this heritage gallery where you can find all sorts of arts and crafts native to Malacca. This is the one time I'm gonna get excited to shop.
The Heritage Center of the Palawan Mall is the best place to shop for all the foodstuffs you need to replicate those delicious Malaysian dishes back at home. For example, my favorite chendol. These are the stuff you need to put on the crushed ice. Also, you have all these dried goodies, the essential shrimp paste, and of course, never to be forgotten, chili paste.
There you are.
Oh, hi. What did you find?
A lot of stuff, but I'm on my way over there to check out some really mean-looking Malaysian Chris swords.
Okay, good luck.
Bye.
On to check the kebayas. I'm here in a Nyonya Kebaya shop in Malacca, and this is a Nyonya Kebaya, which is a traditional wear of the Nyonya people. Now, the kebaya consists of this beautiful embroidered blouse and a sarang skirt, just like what I'm wearing now. Now, if you think that nothing really matches, that's really how they wear it. They like an explosion of color. So, just as long as you get a little bit of the orange and a little bit of the green somewhere around, they're quite happy. And it doesn't matter that it's a whole mix of prints, because that's exactly what it's supposed to be. A combination of prints, a riot of color, a beautiful picture of a lady in a kebaya nyonya. I'm here in one of the wooden clog shops that I've found by accident in Malacca, and I found the most beautifully crafted sandals to wear. They're incredibly light, very comfortable, and extremely pretty. So as you can see, I've gone a bit shoe crazy. And G here is the gentleman who makes these little clogs. G, can you tell us, how do you make these clogs?
It started from a block of wood, then it's sort of like shape it out. Then you have to sand it, like smoothen it, then paint it, then lacquer it, then varnish it.
So obviously, it's a labor of love. And how much does a pair of these cost?
It depends. If it is like flat, it's cheaper. This thingy, for instance, is like 80 ringgit.
80 Malaysian ringgit for a work of art and an incredibly comfortable pair of clogs. This is the San Shugong restaurant and shop, and they've got all kinds of delicacies from all over Malacca. Crackers, biscuits, dried fruit, everything is here, and this is a one-stop place for getting a couple of delicacies to bring back home. This building is a veritable warehouse of all kinds of Malaysian goodies. And this, called the Sakema biscuit, is one of their most recommended products. This shop is famous for this biscuit. It's not very sweet, but but it's really good and crunchy. Malaysians and people in Malacca in particular, because of the Baba Nyonya culture, love fruit. So they have a whole lot of fruit tarts here, the durian fruit tart, pineapple fruit tart, and there's even a third one to bring back home for pasalubong, the coconut fruit tart. Another thing that's very good to bring back from Malaysia is this white coffee. Malaysians love coffee, and they're very famous for white coffee, which is basically coffee with milk, and it's very good. This place is deadly. I spent 30 minutes and came out with this 2 big bags.
There are many ways to see Malacca. You can just walk the city streets, or you can take a boat on the river. Malaysians have always shown initiative, especially when it comes to cars. Now, about 20 years ago, they actually started building their own.
I'm going to show you some scenes.
Malaysians have always shown initiative, especially when it comes to cars. Now, about 20 years ago, they actually started building their own. Apart from modern-day cars, they also somehow found a way to get the license to build a classic, the MG. Over here, they call it the TD. Now, here's a pristine example of one. Perfect mint condition. You'll never know what you're going to find in these deep garages along Heron Street. There are many ways to see Malacca. You can just walk the city streets, or you can take a boat on the river. But during days when it suddenly starts to rain, like today, you can take the monorail. So the 1.6 kilometers is merely the first leg of this monorail. Eventually, they'll build it and continue it further. For now, when we reach the end, we merely go back to where we started. It's a nice change of pace from the bustling streets below.
One of the things you must do when you're in Malacca is to take the riverboat cruise. It's about an hour and it goes down the river, passing through some of the most scenic parts of the town, which are all beautifully lit up. I'm going to show you some scenes. Over here are some traditional Malaccan river houses. They're really beautiful and excellently restored, and the best way to see them is from a riverboat because you can see the facade very well unencumbered and enjoy being on the river. Some parts of the Malacca River are straight out of Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean. They're also beautifully lit up, like this place over here. It's actually the center of the old town, but you wouldn't think so. You'd think you're in a movie set. So behind me is a new 5-star hotel coming up soon, and over there is a beautifully lit up galleon ship. Let's check it out. Isn't this a great way to end our trip to Malacca for Travel Life magazine?
Perfect way.
A dinner at the Majestic Hotel, nice music.
Beautiful music.
Yeah.
change of pace from the busy streets outside.
I agree, I agree.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, Malacca is still the spice capital of the world, in more ways than one.
Definitely has lots of flavor.
And charm,
And good food.
and the food.
Yeah.
So, where are we off to next?
Another adventure.
Sounds good to me.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's good though.
That's good. Great music.
Cheers.
So, where do you really want to go next?
Central Market tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
No, I meant another country.
Oh, I see. Europe.
Yeah, let's do Europe. That's a good idea.
Well, we have to go to Taiwan.
Maybe we can stop over in Taiwan and then go to Europe.
China Airlines, Eva Air.